There's my audio. I don't even really need an output. All right, what's going on? Hoping people are watching this in post. Um, I honestly just didn't want to make the video and edit it and publish it. So this is my raw thoughts about Brock Purdy's contract. He just signed a fat ass extension with the San Francisco 49ers, Mr. Irrelevant. The San Francisco quarterback has signed a deal for, let's see, what was it here? 5 year, $265 million contract, 165 guaranteed. No, 881 guaranteed. The 165 is in the first 3 years of a new deal. So let me start off by saying I'm a get your bag guy. Congratulations to Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Guy works incredibly hard. Obviously, he's worked his whole life to get a spot in the NFL, let alone a big time starting quarterback level contract. So shout out to you. In the same breath, I don't understand what the San Francisco 49ers are doing. Where'd you pick in the draft this year? How'd the record look going into the end of the season? Not good. Obviously, they've had a whole lot of roster overturn this last season, this last off season. Deebo Samuel's gone. Christian McCaffrey's obviously injured. They were running with Jordan Mason last year, who's also gone. It's the 49ers have a lot more questions than answers. And it felt like the way that they were moving this offseason with all they sending Debo to Washington, another contender in the NFC, mind you, all the people that walked in free agency, like the injuries, it felt like this team was heading into a rebuild. And obviously, quarterback is the most important position in the sport, in all of sports, honestly. They think they have their answer there. Great. It's bit of a blind side for me. They signed George Kittle. Those are your two guys now. Like, did they carry your franchise last year while everyone was hurt? No. So why do you think they're going to do the same thing? Why do you think they're going to do that now with a worse roster, less talent? You can't really judge a draft until we see the players on the field, but didn't feel good about their draft. Didn't feel good about their free agency. If anybody listens to Great North Sports, Stone Sport, anything I'm a part of, you know how I feel about Kyle Shanahan. A great schemer, but he can't get it done when it matters. And I feel like we're just going to move into the same thing for a long time now. Basically tied to Brock Purdy for at least 3 seasons. That's basically your. Maybe I'm wrong, and he's the bridge quarterback, and they're just throwing the money at him because they're not going to put it anywhere else, and this is a full rebuild. But to me, it feels like you're slapping a Band-Aid on this roster with Brock Purdy, but that didn't work last year. Christian McCaffrey's coming back from injury. How's he going to look? We have no idea. He barely played last year. Brandon Ayuk broke his fucking leg in half. How's he going to look this year? We have no idea. How's he going to look without Deebo Samuel trying coverage off of him? I don't know, man. I don't feel good about it. Like I said, I just wanted to get in here and give my live take to it because I was just in the shower. I got home from work and I saw the notification pop up right when I went to get in the shower. Breaking news, Brock Purdy and the 49ers are finalizing a 5-year deal. And I went, what? What are you I was yelling my whole shower. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? 3 seasons, Brock Purdy. 9,000 yards, 64 passing TDs, 4 playoff wins, NFC Championship, Pro Bowl. NFL just posted that to their... Like, yes, the guy has accolades. He's been a solid quarterback. Is he a franchise-moving quarterback? No. Is he Josh Allen? No. Is he Justin Herbert? No. Is he Jaden Daniels? No. You have to have a team around him for it to be successful, and the 49ers just shipped out that team. Am I wrong in saying that? It's him and Kittle versus the world until we know what McCaffrey is. That defense is going to look a whole lot worse this season. Obviously, Fred Warner's a dog. They have pieces. Bosa. But Hufanga was a huge part of that defense. Ward was a huge part of that defense. Like, there's... I don't know, man. I don't feel good about this deal. Let me pull chat up if anybody's in here. I forgot to even pull my dock up. I just was running to my fucking computer. Yeah, let's get. All right, that's up. Beautiful. Side note too, Red Sox City Connects dropped. Saw the leak a few days ago. It's better than the original leak I saw, but I'm still not super psyched on them. I'm sure they'll grow on me. I've wanted a Green Monster themed jersey for a long time, so I should be happy, but struggling a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up the Niners roster right now, depth chart, so I can have it in front of me. So you got Brock Purdy as the starter, Mac Jones at the 2, which I even forgot about. They signed Mac Jones to be the backup. I hate that quarterback room. Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. I loved Mac when he was a young rookie, a young Pro Bowl rookie like Brock Purdy himself, but that train fell off real quickly. Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, DeMarcus Robinson. Those are or Ricky Pearsall, excuse me. Then DeMarcus Robinson. That's your receiving core, your top 4. I hate it. George Kittle's obviously one of the best tight ends, probably the best tight end in football, at least if you're talking all around receiving, blocking, everything. George Kittle is the man. But as I said before, and look at this line. Trent Williams, Pro Bowler, obviously. Ben Bartch, Jake Brendel, Dominic Puny, and Colton McKivitz. McKivitz. Love that last name. But that's not an offensive line I want my $200 million quarterback behind. And Shanahan schemes shit up in the run game, that's fine. I get it, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of fucking money and a lot of commitment to a guy. Are they just expecting to pick in the top 10 with this contract? Because that's what you're going to be doing. He needs help, and you sold off all the help. Or it's hurt. Or the help is hurt, as it has been for the last half decade with the 49ers. I just think back to that Ravens game when the 49ers had the whole hype train. Everyone's healthy. They're on their way to the Super Bowl. Everything's going great. And they meet the Ravens in primetime, and Brock Purdy shits the bed. I understand quarterbacks are, it's a sport. You're going to have off nights and bad days, but I feel like you're going to have a whole lot more with Brock Purdy than you would have just eating it and drafting a quarterback. Not that you're going to be picking first, like Arch Manning is the golden ticket, of course, but I don't know. I would have done this differently. And how many? $181 million guaranteed. Where's that rank on QB contracts? Let's take a peek. AAV. What is that? $265 total. Yeah, so that puts him like Dak Prescott area, which, I mean, obviously Dak's overrated too, getting $60 million a year. He had $230 guaranteed, $180 guaranteed. That's the same amount Lamar has. Any Florida Marchand? No, I'm not seeing any Florida Marchand jerseys up here. People pretty checked out of hockey up here, RC, believe it or not. My take on the Bruins lately is shared by a lot of people up here. Pretty checked out with hockey. Happy for Brad. I'm glad he can keep busting the Maple Leafs ass, but yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of commitment, and I just don't really see the direction that this franchise is going. I thought I saw it in the offseason, and then now this seems to be a 180, throwing the money to Kittle and throwing the money to Purdy. Maybe somebody more educated will tell me. I'm sure Jeremy and Tank are going to hit this on Monday whenever they're back on the radio, but fuck, man, that's a lot of money for Brock Purdy. Everything on Twitter is just overpay. Lyle overpay. Like, I'm happy for the guy. Brock Purdy, by all accounts, seems like a great dude. Everyone speaks super highly of him. Get your money, man. Like, you earned it. But from a franchise perspective, it just seems directionless. And for a team that's been competing at the top of the NFC for a long time now, break in between for a little bit, but in general, the San Francisco 49ers have been Super Bowl contenders for several years now. This last season was the first time we saw them kind of falter and struggle, and I felt a lot of that was because of the roster around Brock Purdy falling apart and him not being good enough to elevate it. If you look at a team like the Bills, that roster doesn't scream Super Bowl to me, but Josh Allen is so fucking good. Same with the Chiefs. Josh Allen is so fucking good. The Chiefs coaching staff is so fucking good. It makes up for all the deficiencies. And as good as a quarterback is, as good of a quarterback Brock Purdy is, I don't think he's an elite type guy that can make up for a team's deficiencies wherever that may be. Get your bag, brother. Get your bag. But it just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. If anyone's in here, like, I'm cool to answer any questions, talk anything else while I have this pulled up. I have a few minutes, but I'm going to get off here shortly. I needed to get on here and talk Brock Purdy because that blew my mind. I'm not going to lie to you. Caught me off guard. Like I said, Red Sox City Connects dropped. They'll grow on me. I know they will. I'm more receptive to them off the bat than I was with the yellow and blue jerseys, and those eventually grew on me, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I like the yellow numbers. It's a nice touch. My main issue with it is the block Red Sox across the front. I felt like we could do a little bit better with that, but I digress. Dude, if I saw a Panthers Marchand jersey, I don't know what I would do. That's like absurdly gross to me. Rate it not enough. Perfect overpay. 74% of people on Adam Schefter's post so far have rated it an overpay for Brock Purdy. Biggest mistake in QB history. 53 million seems like a lot, but that's just the going rate for starting franchise QBs. It is, but why are we paying a franchise type QB that doesn't change your franchise when your roster is in shambles, when all of your best players are hurt, uncertain? Like, I think that regime is on its last legs, and this isn't a franchise-saving move. Drafting a QB in the top 5 next year is a franchise-saving move. That gets people jobs the next season. Signing Brock Purdy for 100 and whatever million to be a middling team with a middling quarterback with middling weapons just doesn't seem like good business to me. But hey, I'm podcasting from my bedroom, so what do I know? Appreciate everyone tuning into this live post, whatever. Obviously not our normal day. I just had to pop in here, get my thoughts out. Might be doing more streams like this in the future, just sort of free form, off the rip, off the cuff type stuff. But like I said, appreciate people checking this out. I'm sure Armchair will go back and clean this up for me, so I don't have to do it. But check out Stone Sports Podcast on YouTube, at Stone_podcast on Twitch. Obviously, Great North Sports is live every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I do Half Ounce Half Hour with Mark Rowlands and Josh Bomey, hosts of Outside the Box Score, every Saturday on Twitter. Half Ounce Half Hours every other Thursday. We were not live last night. I believe we'll be doing a show next week, but I'll keep everybody posted. And yeah, happy Friday. Go fucking Celtics. We're going to war tonight in the Garden. Jaylen Brown is playing like a true number 1 option. I need Peyton Pritchard to shoot like he did in the second half. I need Derek White to stay unconscious, and I need Luke Cornett to continue being possessed by the ghost of Bill Russell. Maybe Larry Bird is going to go give a magic touch to Sam Hauser tonight. Who knows? But win, lose, or draw, it's a bit of a tough time to be a Celtics fan right now. So keep letting me live in the moment and keep winning one game at a time. And hopefully we see you Game 7 in Boston coming up this weekend.